Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our webinar. So my name is Julia. I recently joined Yandex as a B2B marketing manager. And today, together with my colleague Varvara, who is an account strategist and help businesses grow every day, we will hopefully shed some light on the Russia's festive season. I will tell you a little bit about the background, how the holiday itself is celebrated. Varvara will touch upon the fact how the search behavior is changing during the holiday and how you can optimize and prepare for your holiday campaigns with Yandex.Direct. So we're going to talk about how the consumer behavior changes in Russia before the holidays are coming, changes in the retail sector itself. Then Varvara will cover how online searches and the whole online behavior changes around the holidays. She'll also share the tips and tricks with you on running your holiday campaigns with Yandex.Direct. And at the end, we'll also have a big Q&A session. We'll have plenty of time, so just hold your questions till the very end. Just note them down somewhere, and we'll answer them at the end. A lot of you know that the most popular holiday in Russia is not Christmas, it's the New Year. It's widely celebrated, and I would say it's the most kind of celebrated national holiday in Russia. I'll just tell you a few fun facts how the holiday is celebrated, so you just understand a bit of background and why things the way they are. So in Russia, the New Year beats Christmas always, and it's important. Even though Christmas is celebrated on the 7th of January, according to the Russian Orthodox calendar, the New Year holidays is always supreme. Hence, it has a lot of the public holidays as well. Depending on the calendar, people have up to 10 days off. There is no Santa, and there is no reindeers as well. So we have Ded Moroz, who is a Russian Santa, and we have his granddaughter, Snegurочка. She kind of handles all the logistics. She follows him wherever he goes, and she's always with him to give out presents to kids as well. The New Year is usually celebrated at a big party. It's very common to have a lot of people around. Hence, it's kind of a bad thing to have a sleepy or very boring New Year, because people say the way you celebrate the New Year, the way the year will go. So if you'll have a big party, you'll have a very eventful and fruitful year ahead. There is also an old New Year, hence there is so many public holidays comparing to the Europe and the US. In Russia, it's not a public holiday anymore, hence it's enjoyed by a lot of Russians, and it's celebrated on the 14th of January. There is a Russian Christmas tree. It's a very special thing for Russians. It usually stays in-house till up to middle February or even longer. It kind of gives a festive spirit to Russians, because I know in Europe, a lot of people throw out their Christmas trees before the New Year. In Russia, it's a big thing. It stays there almost forever. So why is it so important? So for Russians, the New Year is a new kind of milestone. While in the Western world, people tend to have New Year resolutions, Russians like to love to look back at their year and tell people what they loved about the year, what went good, what didn't went well, the areas of improvement as well, and obviously they make the New Year resolutions we all love. People also love because it's a family holiday where a lot of kind of family members come into the homes, and it's also loved by young and old ones. So for young people, it's always just another reason to party, all right, to have friends around. Whereas for old people, it's all about looking at the traditions, have a family around themselves as well. So family can come all over the world to celebrate the New Year. So it's just another good reason to see them. The holiday itself is usually celebrated at their homes. However, during the last few years, people are getting a bit lazy. They tend to travel more. They also tend to go to the restaurants or celebrate the New Year at their friends' apartments, so they don't have to cook or they don't have to clean afterwards as well. This is a Russian thing as well, to give presents not only to people that you celebrate the year with, your loved ones or your relatives, but also to themselves. So it's just another kind of another reason to treat themselves. So they buy a lot of new fashion apparel items. Hence, the New Year is very a family holiday. So family members from all over the world or all over the country gather in their homes. They also tend to kind of buy the new holiday, new kind of home appliances, gadgets. They buy a lot of the household goods as well to make it more beautiful and cozy. And obviously, they buy a lot of decorations. So this is just to show you that we are not only give presents to ourselves, but we also care about the people around us. A lot, like you can see that people also give presents to their parents, friends, kids, and spouses. In this graph, it's just interesting that people tend to give, well, the respondents in this survey tend to give more presents to their friends than to their kids. But I guess this is just the small statistical error. Maybe people that did the response to this survey did not have as many kids, but believe me, kids receive a lot of presents during the holiday in Russia. This is interesting just to see the comparison between the European online sales and the online sales in Russia. So as you can see, from 2015, the sales almost doubled. So a lot of people shop online nowadays for their presents, for their home appliances, and also for their decorations. There is a few factors because, like, why this happened. A lot of the international retailers, online retailers, came to Russia. So people tend to get things that they weren't able to get before. Also, there is an increasing number of the retail stores in Russia. I would be really curious to see this number last year when we'll see the 2020 digits, considering the fact that there is a pandemic and there is a huge boom in the e-commerce sector in Russia nowadays. How in advance do they buy New Year gifts? So Russians are known for being a bit of the last-minute nation sometimes. We can also see this in the fact that they buy New Year presents very, very kind of late in the month. So a lot of people nowadays, even though the presents are available offline, a lot of people nowadays shop online. Hence, they have to kind of take into account the time they have to spend. In the logistics, the shipment delays, especially coming to the holiday season. So they nowadays, you can see the figures from 2018 and 19. They tend to buy their presents in advance comparing to the previous years as well. What about the Black Friday? So is there a thing such as a Black Friday in Russia? Let me tell you the fact that Russians did not, like the majority of Russians did not know what the Black Friday was before just a couple of years back. There were sales, obviously, in November and December that they weren't called the Black Friday. Since the time when a lot of the international retailers were available to the Russian consumers, they were doing the deliveries, the Russian people found out about the Black Friday. Now a lot of people do shop at the Black Friday. I'll tell you more. A lot of people and a growing number of people also shop during the Black Friday for their Christmas presents in advance, just to save a little bit of money. But you can see on this graph, a very small percentage of people shop for their Christmas presents or even for presents for their family and themselves in November or before November. And the majority of people obviously buy the last minute presents. It can also be due to the fact that in Russia, the logistics are quite good if you're talking about the central part. So in the majority of the retailers, you can get stuff relatively fast. Nowadays, as I said, hence Russians shop in the international retailers a lot. This will shift on the left hand side, and obviously a few Russians even buy presents on the 1st of January. This is me. This is my part. I will give a word to Varvara. She will give you kind of an overview of the search behavior around the holiday season, and also tell you how to optimize your campaigns for the new year coming. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining our webinar. Julia, thank you very much for introducing me and for such interesting insights about Russian holiday. So from my side, I will tell you how search behavior changes during the holiday and also how we can optimize our campaigns accordingly. It is very important to understand your audience before you start adapting your campaigns. Therefore, I hope that insights will help you to edit your campaigns properly. So I will start with actually asking the main question: when people start looking for New Year's gifts. Julie already touched on that point. But here you see when they actually start searching for some ideas, and we can see that most of them start in the beginning of November, and based on my experience, end of October. We can see how gradually the number of queries is building up to the actual event, and on the 24th of December we are reaching the peak where more than 1 million people are looking for gifts per week. So you can see that they probably start panicking and trying to get everything as fast as possible. As Julia said, that a lot of people are tending to buy their presents towards the end of December. However, the best time for you to start editing your campaigns is the beginning of November, because you can see that search queries are growing week by week, day by day, and you need to start capitalizing on this peak in demand as soon as possible. So here we combine the most popular search queries in December and January. You can see that in December we have our typical search queries: gifts for New Year, what to give to your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and other family members and relatives. These trending queries will help you to update your keywords and kind of address the queries in your ads. Shifting to January, we can see that some of the people are still looking for gifts. You can see that the number one query in the beginning of January is what to gift girlfriend on New Year. So I guess some of the boyfriends failed to deliver the right gift on time, therefore they keep searching in January. But also we can see very important query that what to gift on Christmas. So I don't know, I don't think that a lot of people and foreigners know that actually Russian people don't celebrate their Christmas on the 25th of December. Our Christmas is actually on 7th of Jan. So it's another pretty big gifting occasion in Russia. So I would recommend to continue your advertising even after the end of December to actually capitalize on this gifting occasion as well. So when it comes to demographic, from our findings, women more often than men start buying New Year's gifts in the first half of December. So I think this is not a surprise for ladies that we actually decision makers of the house when it comes to gifting. And we can see that men and women, they have almost the same intention of buying the gift. So you can see on the graph that 37 and 36 of women accordingly are actually starting looking for a gift, but only women, and to be specific, 41% of them actually start buying them in the first half of December. So this is a tip for you in terms of your demographic targeting. I will talk about optimizations later, but also think about it. If women are starting buying their gifts and have an intention of spending money already in the first half of December, it makes sense to increase your bids on women and when you're optimizing your campaigns. So, what men and women actually want to get as a New Year gift? Based on our findings, men in general more hesitant when it comes to receiving the gifts. So you can see on the slide that every fifth man finds it difficult to answer what he would like to receive as a gift. But nevertheless, number one, what they would like to receive is money, and then it goes large gifts such as cars, real estate. I will call it wishful thinking rather than realistic expectations for your new year. But overall, you can see that they have some more realistic requests such as sporting goods, appliances, nutrition foods, and other things that they will enjoy. When it comes to women, they're more certain about what they would like to receive, and they have more diverse requests. The number one request is jewelry, then it comes money, perfumery, clothing, and cosmetics, obviously, and other female products. So, like, if you have products that are female related for gifts, this is a tip for you, what you can actually feature in your campaigns. Since jewelry is at the top of the wish list for women, here I have some breakdown on what is being bought the most. And you can see that earrings and rings are at the top of the list. So if you're a jewelry brand, go ahead and increase your bids on these products because we can see based on our data that they are most purchased one. So here let's talk about the categories. When it comes to categories, we can see that games, recipes, and movies are the most popular. And interesting thing that you can see that games actually keep trending even after the new year is gone. So if you are a game brand, if you are advertising games, I would recommend to keep the same level of investments throughout this festive season up till the end of Jan. In the next two slides, I would want to show you the drastic change in queries between December and Jan. So it's expected that during the festive season, right before the 31st of December, people are looking for entertainment. They are searching cinemas, lotteries, ice rinks, just like some kind of entertainment activities that they can spend, so they can spend the time with their families, relatives, and just in general have fun. What I would ask you to pay attention to is that the second most trending query is lotteries. So it tells you a lot about the mindset of your consumers, that they're actually in the mindset of trying their luck. They would like to play games and win some prizes. So it's a good tip for you in terms of your marketing activity. However, when we look at the first days of January, we can see the demand on healthy foods and mortgages is going up. So I think this is something that confirms what Julia is saying, that people in Russia they take New Year seriously, and they are thinking about their commitments and resolutions and thinking how they can improve their life in the next year. So I would recommend brands that offer similar products to actually increase their investments in the first month of January. Because you can see that products related to self-care and investing in your future and yourself are extremely popular in the first 2 months after the new year. So here is just some information probably for our retail brands, what people buy the most in general. So on the left side on the slide, you can see top 10 growing categories. The list is quite conventional. You can see that people are buying a lot chocolate, snow scooters, smart speakers, and other things. What you can pay attention to is that actually 3D pens are trending, which was unexpected for me personally, and also some other original gifts that you will not think first when it comes to gifting. And on the right side, you can see that some of the categories are growing faster in value. So Julia just mentioned that actually in Russia, kids are getting a lot of gifts, and this is actually proven by data here that that in value children's goods are actually increasing by 34% when in December when it comes to New Year presents, and obviously beauty products and clothing items as well. When it in volumes and quantity, clothing, electronics, and children goods are also booming during this period of time. So when it comes to travel destination to New Year, 38% prefer domestic trips. But if you look at the statistics, that 34 people also going abroad. So we can see that Russian people are equally interested in traveling within Russia and also going outside as well. In terms of timing, when people actually start booking their trips is the first half of December. So 43% of people, they start booking their trips for the new year. Here, I want you to make a note that it's not about, they start searching for this information much earlier. So if they're already booking their trips in the first half of December, it means that the entire month of November, they are actively searching for offers, and they are looking for different ideas where they can go, hotels, touristic tours, and etc. So why it's important for you as an advertiser is that you need to start editing your campaigns as soon as possible if you are in the travel segment, because we all know that when it comes to traveling, it's a much bigger purchase than the gift. Therefore, they take their time to make up their minds. Another point, I know that a lot of questions will ask a question, so what about now, during the pandemic, when we have all of this traveling restrictions? Based on our data, you can see that the search queries by days are actually growing day by day. The data is up to the end of September. So despite of all of these restrictions, there are still some countries where Russian people can travel to, and they are actively searching for airplane tickets, hotels, and also some touristic tours. This is all based on our internal data. And in terms of the destinations, we can see that Turkey is at the top of the list in terms of international traveling. Then it comes Egypt and United Arab Emirates. People are also looking to travel within Russia. So if you are a brand that is selling tickets or hotels, this is a very important information for you, so you know which destinations you need to feature based on the queries. So basically right now we learned everything about online behavior, and now we can start optimizing our campaigns and using and applying this knowledge to the way how we optimize. So I would like to start the optimization part with the main question: what problems are we solving as an advertiser during this very busy period of time? So we all know, and we saw the data, that the search queries are going up. People are searching a lot for ideas, and they are trying to find the best ways to purchase products as gifts. Also, they are overwhelmed with offers and a variety of different options and products. So they have a lot of offers from different brands as well. Therefore, they're overwhelmed. And the media space is extremely cluttered. So we all know that New Year is one of the biggest gifting occasion. Therefore, all of the advertisers, all of the brands will try the best to place their ads. So how we're going to tackle all of these challenges? So first, we need to have relevant ads based on what people are looking for. Second, how we can help our overwhelmed customers is by helping them to make a choice. And how are we going to battle cluttered media space is by using impactful formats to break through the clutter. And right now I'm going to tell you how you can do all of this with our products and optimization tools. So the first one, how we can make our ads relevant. Here I'm going to talk about your text and image ads. So first, obviously, I said it many times, and I'm going to repeat myself, that start editing your campaigns as soon as possible, because you can see that people start looking in the beginning of November, and the queries are going up, and with the queries going up, the bids and the cost of CPC is also going to be higher. So the earlier you start, the more money you're going to save and the more efficient you're going to be. Add specific keywords. I know this is something when it falls into a common sense category, but actually we find it very effective when you are making very specific keywords. For example, we know that a lot of people are looking for gifts for boyfriends and their relatives, and they're looking for gift ideas. So embed this message into your keywords. Be creative. Try to tackle their queries by providing them the answer to the questions that they have. Also, don't forget about Russian Christmas. I can see that this occasion is being overlooked, but we already saw that this is number 2 query in Jan, so it's worth definitely investing your money in this as well. Use your CRM base. So basically, you already have your loyal customers that already purchased something on your website, or they are going to your website and browsing through your products. And by CRM base, I mean your newsletter letter subscribers, your audience, logged in users, any type of information, first-party data you have, we can upload to our Yandex audiences and retarget them with your New Year offers. Also, another way to make your advertising more relevant to New Year's occasion is to come up with special New Year's promotions. So the reason why I featured that is because we have a data to back up this recommendation. We can see that people are looking for lotteries, they're looking for some kind of, if you want, gambling during the New Year. So they are definitely in the mindset to hold the prize and win some promotions and etc. So I definitely recommend to include this to your optimization list. Also, the easy fix to actually make your text and image ads very attractive to your audience is to add images and videos to your even current ads. It's a very easy setup. It's very easy to do with Yandex Video Constructor, and it's definitely going to increase your conversion rate and also click-through rate, because you're going to stand out. And Christmas and New Year, it's all about entertainment. It's all about the mood and atmosphere that you're creating. So it's very important to add this branding element apart from having only functional ads. Also, increase bids on your ROI champions. So what I mean by this is that you already have best-selling products on your website, and you already have a very good CR and also CTR for this product. Since the bids overall during the new year is going to go up drastically, capitalize on those products that are already bringing you some money, that are bringing you a lot of sales. So you can do it 2 ways. You can first increase bids on already profitable products, and also feature those products that we've just discussed earlier that are trending during this period of time. So this way, you're going to make sure that you have the most cost-efficient strategy when it comes to setting your bids. Increase bids on the female audience. So I already mentioned that before, that females start looking for gifts much earlier, and they are buying most of the gifts for family and friends. Therefore, it makes sense to increase bids slightly. Don't go crazy here. No need to increase it by 50%. You can just upweight it by maximum 20 to 10% to target this audience that is converting very well during this occasion. Also, I mentioned that we need to help our overwhelmed customers. How we can do that, how we can help them to make up their minds. We can do this with retargeting. Retargeting is a very powerful tool when it comes to e-commerce in general, and it's proven to be very effective even during off-season, but especially during the New Year's when people are going through tons of different websites. It's very important to remind them what they were looking for. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm buying gifts for my family and for my friends, I'm going through at least 10 websites, and then in the end, I already forgot what I was looking for. So for those people that are in this mindset of buying something, it's a very important feature. Also, it's important to mention that retargeting ads are going to be also placed on Yandex Advertising Network, which has thousands of websites and is going to increase your reach drastically. So when it comes to targeting, you have two retargeting scenarios. First, you can retarget people that added something to your cart, but they didn't buy the product. So they just left it there, they closed the window, and they moved on. The second option is to retarget people based on their wish list. So a lot of websites have this feature when you are browsing through different products and then you save some products that you liked in your wish list. You didn't add it to the cart, but you have an intention and you already kind of liked the product. I have a few tips on the right side of this slide. Some of them are technical, so I'm not going to go through all of them since you're going to have this presentation after we're done. But what I would say that will help to increase relevance and make your retargeting ads more personalized is to indicate that user has some products in wish list waiting, meaning that, for example, if I add red shoes in my wish list, it's always great to have a personalized message, something like, "Are you still interested in the red shoes that you are added?" It also helps to build this kind of connection with your audience and increase your conversion rate. As I mentioned before, that people are going through multiple websites before making their final decision. It takes 3.5 visits to the website for average user to make a first purchase. So therefore, that's why retargeting is so powerful. We can also see that actually wishlist is even working slightly better than the abandoned cart and has 30% more conversions than the cart itself. So therefore here I would strongly recommend you to combine these two features in your campaigns to maximize your revenue. So how does it work? As I mentioned before, that your ads are gonna be displayed on Yan, which is Yandex Advertising Network. So let's say user needs time to make a decision. Then we help them to decide by reminding them about the products that they've selected in Yan. And as a result, you can see that every third conversion comes from Yan. So this is the data that we've collected from thousands of our clients, and it means that it's working very well, especially when on such occasion as New Year, where the search queries are going up through the roof. Another note about optimizing your campaigns, don't limit your traffic to search pages only, because I see it a lot with my clients that they're only running their ads on search queries. They're only running their ads on search pages, but actually more than 80% of visitors to the Yandex Advertising Network are not part of the audience of Yandex Search. So don't miss out on this huge amount of people that you can get access to through running your ads on Yan. We also mentioned that the media space is going to be very cluttered. So therefore, as a solution from us, how you can break through the clutter is to start running media campaigns. We have a lot of different impactful formats which you can use, such as multi-rolls, in-page videos, and interstitials. In terms of the content, I really recommend you don't go with the very long formats. Use snackable content, and it's proven to be very effective. When I say snackable content, is the content which is the videos that are they are from 10 to 15 seconds, the maximum 20 seconds. Make your messaging very clear, very straightforward. Use bright images to attract attention of your potential customers. When we talk about media campaigns, obviously reach is extremely important, and this is how you basically measure the success of your campaign. To give you an understanding about video platforms in Russia, especially Yandex, every second user in Russia watches videos in Yandex video network. And we are talking about 19 million people that are daily going on these websites and consuming video content. So you can see from this slide that you're gonna have a very big reach if you're going to use media campaigns. Also, media campaigns are really great for its targeting options. You can see on the slide that there are a lot of options that you can choose from. It's obviously the general demographic adjustments like gender, age, income, and etc. You can also target your audience based on their geographical location. This is very useful for those brands that have some offline shops, so you can target people in the area where you are located. You can also target people based on their lifestyle and hobbies. If you are a luxury brand, this is very important for you because you need to filter out a lot of people that are not that cannot afford basically to buy your product. Therefore, you can even sort people based on their income and what are they interested in. You also can upload your CRM data, as I said before, and capitalize on your loyal customers since they already like your brand. So basically, these are all of the targeting options. If you have any questions, you can directly address them to your account manager. Guys, thank you very much for joining our webinar. I really hope that it was useful and that I inspired you to start editing your campaigns today. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to contact your account manager. I'm sure he or she will be happy to help you.